The talks with Iran over its nuclear program are in a critical phase this weekend. Secretary of State John Kerry and Iran's foreign minister are trying to reach an agreement by their self-imposed deadline of this Tuesday, March 31st. Margaret Brennan is following the talks in Lausanne, Switzerland.
The pressure to reach a deal intensified today as France's top diplomat insisted on more rigorous inspections of the regime's nuclear facilities, while Iran demanded additional sanctions relief. Still, negotiators claim they've never been closer to a potentially historic agreement. Iran analyst Karim Sajapour.
I think the United States wants a transformative deal with Iran, a deal which will not only resolve the nuclear issue, but eventually transform the U.S.-Iran relationship into something more constructive. Whereas I think the Iranians are looking for something which is much more transactional. They're not interested in becoming friends with the United States again.
The U.S. and Iran are working both with and against each other in several conflicts across the Mideast, in what's becoming an even more complex relationship. In Yemen, a coalition of Arab countries led by Saudi Arabia is now bombing Iranian-backed militias with the help of U.S. intelligence. And in Syria, the United States opposes the Iranian-backed Assad regime. But in Iraq, the U.S. and Iran have found themselves on the same side in the fight against ISIS. State Department spokeswoman Marie Harf said a diplomatic deal would actually help contain Iran.
Obviously, the Middle East is a more complicated place today than I think it's been in decades. We are facing an incredible set of challenges, and in Iran with a nuclear weapon would make all those challenges even worse.
Margaret Brennan joins us now from Switzerland, where she's traveling with Secretary of State John Kerry. Margaret, what happens if these talks fail?
Well, nothing immediate. The current deal with Iran suspends its nuclear production and lifts some sanctions through June. The gamble here is whether Tehran decides to throw that out and start producing weapons-grade enriched uranium once it sees the deals it wants is unavailable. The U.S. Congress could also decide to add more sanctions, and that may blow up any chance at restarting these talks.
Margaret Brennan in Lausanne, Switzerland. Margaret, thank you.